Introduce yourself briefly to our visitors.
Micheal, Adusei. I'm a businessman here in Hanover, Germany.
You are one of the now community leaders here in Hanover. How did you attain this status?
Well, I think it came just like that. I've been here for some time. I'm engaged in so many activities, and through that, I came up, I would say.
As a community leader, what are your goals?
Well, I think the main thing is to organize the people, give them leadership. And so far, we've had a series of clubs, and I'm a leader of most of the clubs. So we actually give the people leadership.
What have you and your team of leaders achieved for the community?
We have achieved a lot. I think everybody knows that in this country, because of their culture, there are so many things different. So we are used to the British system. And so these leaders, they serve as a link between the people, the community, and the authorities here. For instance, I take a lot of people to the various offices, and I have to do a lot of explanation, and sometimes we have to read their letters for them because we have a different language. And so we do a lot for the community.
You are a businessman and run one of the Afro shops here in Hanover. Why the dislike for the Afghanistan or the Asia business that is taking advantage of your lucrative Afro foods?
We are doing business for our own people. Surprisingly, Indians and, for that matter, other Asians have come into this market. I personally do not accept that because they are not our people, and normally they should do business with their own people.
Yeah.
But they have crossed carpet to our place, and slowly they are taking the business from us. And that's very, very bad, and I'm not happy with that.
Okay, sir. If they are selling it cheaper, why shouldn't I buy it from them? Why from you?
I think what they are doing is a sort of dumping prices. You see, the Asian market is there. They are selling the Asian market. That means they are selling to Indians, Chinese, and what have you, and of course the Germans. And so they take some part of our business and they just bring the prices down just to attract you. And you see, they get their money not only from the African business, they also get it from the Asian business. So they can afford to sell very low, and we are only doing the African business. We are not doing their business. So everything is on our business, and this is where we have to make our money. Of course, in business, you have to pay your workers, you have to pay your rent, you have to do so many things. And so doing the African business alone is not enough. And they have Asian plus African business. You see, what surprises me is that when people are putting posters for wedding, for funeral and so on, you don't go to these people. For instance, almost every weekend, or say second or third weekend, I'm supposed to attend a party somewhere and I have to give out money.
Oh, yes.
So the least said about 200 euros. And where do you expect me to get the money from? The Indians are not paying, they are not contributing. So why do you buy from the Indian and why not from me? And some people are so funny and they go about saying, oh, he'll be rich. Well, of course I'll be rich, as maybe through the business. But you see, one thing is, if I build a house at home, for instance, and a stranger, somebody, a foreigner, comes to our country and sees a beautiful house, he will just tell his friends when he goes back home, oh, I was in Ghana, I saw a very beautiful house. But who built that house, he doesn't even know who built that. He doesn't even want to know. So the thing is, finally, even if I build beautiful house at home, have other investments at home, it's a benefit to the whole society. Because through my investment, I can employ our own people. It may be your brother or your sister, or maybe your uncle. So at the end of the day, it's a benefit to the whole society. And this Indian man, you will never see in your life. He goes back to his country and do his investment and everything over there. And so we lose as a society. And I think it's also good in every society when some people are successful. This will extend to the others. And this is done everywhere in America, in other countries like the United States or in UK, where the few rich people, they are employing the others. So after all, it's not a bad idea to make some of us go high so that finally we all benefit.
If so, why not form Association of African Shops Buyers? Buy at discount prices and then...
Well, that's a good idea. We have been thinking of, I think I can tell you, we are one of the few people, I'm very proud of that we started so-called Afro shops in Germany. And even from the Ghanaians, if I'm not sure, but I think maybe I was the first Ghanaian to start. But others came in, and they came with a different mind, I would say. But I think that has something to do with our mentality. The idea was to throw some of us out of business. So they came in with prices you couldn't even imagine. And this has gone on for some time. Normally with the Indians and they work together. I know of the Lebanese. They come together, do business together. But here with us Ghanaians, the others, when they come in the business, their aim is to knock you out of the business. You see, most of them, they don't talk to you anymore because they have their own business and think now you are an enemy. Some of us tried, to form an association so that we could buy together cheaper and sell cheaper, but it never worked. You see, some of the shops were even so small, as some of us have developed already. Some of the shops were so small that when you say, okay, let me take the goods from Ghana so that you take some from me, and they will tell you, oh, my brother is in Ghana, he can do it. Or I have a sister in Ghana, why should I buy from you? And immediately he has the funny idea, we are going to make Micheal rich, so why should I buy from him? You see, so the question of association, I'll still be happy if one day we could form an association. But it's not easy because the people are not willing. They think they can do their own thing. But in the end, we are the losers.
The youth is already cut up in. They pull him down syndrome. Pull him down, pull him down. The young ones are also doing it. what message do you have for them?
That's a very good thing you are drawing my attention to. Normally, we expect the older people are doing that, and at a point, as we are here so many years, most of our children were born here, so we don't expect them to do the same things like their mothers and fathers are doing. But incidentally, they are doing the same thing, you see, which I feel they are learning from their parents. Here, I don't want to mention tribal problems or religious problems, but some people will never step in your Afro shop because she belongs to a particular church. Some people will not come to your shop because they belong to a particular tribe. But we're all Ghanaians. And your mom will tell you, don't go to that man. Don't go to Micheal Adusei because he's a rich man and he's not coming from our tribe, or he's not going to our church, and so on. You see, so they learn from their parents, and they do the same thing, and that is very, very unfortunate, because we are not learning from the Turkish, we are not learning from the other Asians. They are always growing, but our problem is always that somebody will say something because that person does not want you to go up, so always they pull him down, pull Micheal down. Some people are happy when your business is not doing well, and that's very, very unfortunate, because at the end of the day, if Germans could see that some of us are moving forward, it is a big thing for us. Then it's respect. You see, what they don't want to see is probably when they see Africans selling drugs and doing other things, you know, I don't want to mention, but when they see us that we are also successful, we can do successful business and so on, then they have respect for us. You see, and it's like, look at the footballers. Somebody like Rexmond Asamoah. Sometimes when sometimes I'll be somewhere, you know, people ask me, hey, do you know Rexmond Asamoah? I feel so proud of him. You see, that's the way it should be. It shouldn't be that when I'm told, oh, do you know Rexmond Asamoah, that foolish man? You know, it doesn't take us anywhere. And so it's better we swim together or we sing together. So the next picture will be when we swim together, we should help other people to be successful, and in the end, it will be a success story for all of us.
This is Rexmond Asamoah for AfricanOnline24.com.